Okay. Okay. Wait a second. Welcome to the first class of the all commerce section, commerce subject. And yes, you might have seen my name already. My name is Yasas Weliwita. I am an undergraduate and also I am a business owner, actually a small business owner, and also I am a marketing campaign consultant. I study in the business field, of course, and I am very much interested in teaching, not just O-levels business studies, as in commerce, but I also teach A-level accounting as well. So this is areas. Yes, you can unmute and ask me any question anytime you want. It's just you and I in this class for now. So feel free to ask me questions anytime you want. Can I, so before starting the session, can we have like a small, what do you call it, ice breaking session? Who is areas I'm speaking to? Can I know a few things about you? Guys, Riaz, are you in the class or am I? Okay. Yes, so I can see you can chat. Yes, feel free to unmute and speak, Riaz. I was just bringing it up. Can you give me like a small introduction about yourself so that I know who I am speaking to? Usually my students give me a small introduction about themselves to me. Riaz, am I is my line breaking or can you hear me? I need to have some response coming in. I'm in grade 10. I'm from Pamadura. Okay. Okay. Is your mic working? Yes, can you hear me properly? You really need to like unmute yourself and speak because the chat is quite slow. I need to know if I am lagging or not. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to start the lesson. Okay, can hear you well. Okay. I'm going to start the lesson. So as you can see, the first lesson that we are going to start off with is the grade 10 lesson of background of business. So when you talk about background of business, we basically talk everything about the start of a business to what it is, what are the categories of business, what are the types of businesses that there are, why we need a business, how businesses originated. So the thing here is, when you're using this tute in study, you have to focus on these points that are underlined and also the points that you have to write. Okay, so we'll start off with the basic concepts about a business. When the needs and wants of people were diversified, it was difficult to produce all goods by themselves. And as a remedy for this problem, people started producing in large quantities, and that's where the excessive goods were created. Excessive goods. This means whatever that people are producing, whatever kind of goods that are produced and given out to the public, those goods, they are actually too much. So they sell it. They sell these goods at a certain price, or they exchange these goods for something else. So nowadays, let's say you want to have something, you want to have an ice cream. What do? You go to a shop and you buy it. This is an exchange. And this exchange of goods was known as what? You can put on the chat. What do you call this type of exchanging goods? What is the word that you can put here? Yes, trade. Correct. So you can put trade. Is the screen clear? Drop your response. I'll continue the class. So business concept. Yes, okay. A business is an economic activity. What do you mean an economic activity? Economic activity is where whatever you do, you conduct a certain activity. That activity is going to be beneficial for the economy. It's going to have any sort of effect on the economy. Either it's going to be a increase, like a growth, a projection, or that projection is going to lead to a downfall, a decline. And it's an economic activity. It's produced, which manufactures or provides different goods and services. Manufacture is create. You manufacture things in factories. You manufacture things in like home-based small businesses. Manufacturing is you create something and then provide different goods and services. Goods are tangible items and services are intangible items. So what I'm providing you here is this teaching. Teaching is service. So if I give you a phone, if I sell you a phone, that is goods. And you, if you want to eat dinner from somewhere, if you tell your mother to buy pizza, that's a good. And if you go to a restaurant and the waiter is serving you, and that's a service. See, there are different kinds of things that are given out as a business. And then in order to fulfill human needs, finally, we come down to the reason why we do all of this. The reason why you are learning here is because you need education. The reason why you eat is because you need food. the reason why you go to a restaurant is also because why you need food. Is it clear? So if you have a, if that's clear, okay. If that's clear, you can take a highlighter. You can highlight these points again. To fulfill human needs, provides different goods and services. I am so sorry. I got disconnected because of the rain. Okay, I'll start again from where I stopped. Okay, so where did we stop? Oh my goodness. Wait, I can't access the screen share. Give me a second. Okay, Riaz, can you hear me? So the host will come back and he will allow the screen sharing. There's a small issue. No, I got disconnected because of the rain. So until then, we will just continue. Okay. So yeah, thank you. Okay, back to where we were before. So when you say most firms are profit oriented, whereas some firms are not profit oriented, is there an example that you can give as a for a not profit oriented business? Yes. Can I have an example coming in? Um, Riaz, can you hear me? if you can, please send an example of a not profit oriented business. Okay. I'm gonna have to believe that you don't know an answer. So I will continue. So profit-oriented businesses, these are the businesses that do operations, their activities with the aim of gaining profit. Profit is when you have more income than expenses. But whereas firms that don't orient a profit, they don't have a motive for a profit, doesn't mean that they don't make profit. Okay, so firms like Lions Clubs and other sorts of societies and other clubs that what do you say, go for welfare, social welfare, employee welfare, and all of those unions, these firms do make profit. They can or cannot, but their intention is not profits. Their intention is making welfare. So that's one thing. The other one is most of the businesses in the government sector are driven by social welfare motive. See, these social welfare motive businesses are also under the category of non-profit oriented firms. So, however, certain private sector organizations are driven towards the objective of social welfare, and these organizations are known as, but they are known as cooperative societies. Anyways, business objectives. This is the reason, business objectives is the reason why a business functions. It's not the reason why a business exists. It's the reason why a business functions. And this is, you can put it in this way. When a business has an objective, the business knows what to do and how to do it and when to do it, and all those questions are answered by the business objective. And when a business has an objective, let's say what this case is, every business has a specific objective or set of objectives to be achieved. Because the parties such as the owners, managers, employees, customers, government, community, and other, these are stakeholders. These stakeholders expect different returns from a business. So we can say that, like profit-oriented businesses, like it says in the name, earning profits. So main objective of profit-oriented businesses is earning profits. Earning profits is where you can say that the business needs more income, more revenue than the expenses to survive. You can say this is where the business conducts operations to have more income than expenses. This profit, okay, I have to go to the next slide. This profit will help the business grow. And the stakeholders of the business, like the owner, the managers, the employees, the internal stakeholders will benefit from these profits. Next one is increasing customer satisfaction. That's the second main objective of a business. So when you increase customer satisfaction, satisfaction is how much of the customer has received in addition to what the customer is expecting from the business. So let's say a situation where I buy a laptop. I'm expecting, what do you call it, 8 GB of RAM, 256 SSD. I should be able to basically do my classes, watch a movie, have a good battery, and those are the the minimum things I expect from a laptop. But in addition to that, this laptop has RGB lights on the keyboard, and this laptop the battery can last for about 16 hours, let's say, and this laptop can hack into other laptops also. This is doing more than what we expect. So it has already exceeded my expectation. It allows me to have a positive satisfaction about this item. So I am satisfied with the business, and the business is gaining that objective. So you can say, in increasing customer satisfaction, you can say, providing the customer with more than what he or she expects from the business or the goods and services, or goods and services offered by the business. Is that clear? Riyaz, can I have a feedback on the things we did so far? Yes, okay. Okay, so increasing customer satisfaction. Those are the two main objectives of a profit-oriented business. So whatever kind of profit-oriented business it is, let it be anything like SoftLogic, LG, Abans, Apple, Samsung, whatever. All of these businesses have these two as the common objective. So if, let's say, Apple earns more profit than Samsung, but if Apple doesn't keep their customers satisfied, Apple is going to switch to Samsung, because however much profit Apple earns, we don't mind it. We want the satisfaction. If Samsung can provide more satisfaction than Apple, Samsung is going to get more customers, irrespective of how much profit they make, whether it be high or low. Customer satisfaction is essential to have more sales, the growth in the future. But profits is essential to have a business stable. And yes, we can move to the sub-objectives of an organization. The first sub-objective here is increasing the quality of goods and services. So what do you think happens when you increase the quality of goods and services? Can you put on the chat? What do you think about it? Yes, Riyaz, can you hear me? Yes. So what do you think about what happens when you increase the quality of goods and services? Okay. Let me just continue. So when you increase the quality of goods and services, you indirectly affect the satisfaction that we were talking in here. So when you are actually increasing the quality of goods and services, you are indirectly affecting the sorry, wait a second. Okay. So when you increase the quality of goods and services, what you do is you increase the satisfaction. So let's say I bought a Sony headphones, and at the same time I buy a normal headphones from PETA. Sony headphones, I get it imported. PETA headphones, I don't know where it came from, probably China. So of course we know that Sony has a better background than any other headphones or audio brand, and Sony has been maintaining the reputation for a long time. So the quality is very high compared to what it's there in PETA. So what I think about Sony headphones is, after some time the PETA one is going to stop working, or maybe the battery is not going to work properly, maybe the sound quality is going to drop. So my perspective, my idea about the Sony headphones is going to increase more. Next time I buy Sony headphones, I'm going to buy everything Sony because I'm happy with Sony. This is because the increased quality of the good, increased quality of the service makes me satisfied. I want to come again and again, and I would even, what do you call it? I would even recommend Sony to someone else. That's what increased quality of goods and services brings you. So you can say the quality reflects the responsibility. We can say responsibility and reliability. That's the word I was thinking. Reliability of the brand. This allows customers to be satisfied and recommend the brand to others as well. I hope this is clear. Next point is generating employee opportunities. So what does that mean? Employee opportunities. Employee opportunities, if we talk about employee opportunities, that's where you provide the chance for a business to get more people to work there. Let's say I started a shop. My area, let's say there is a lot of people who just finished A-levels, they didn't start a degree program, they want to work. And I have started a business. I have started a, not a big thing, I have started this business where I print stickers and sell. I want one person to do the selling, one person to work with the machine, one person to advertise this by, I don't know, giving out leaflets, making advertisements, okay? And one person to handle the accounting, the financing, the money. And that means I have space in my business for 4 people. Imagine I start a Kiehl's supermarket in my hometown. I can hire about 20 people. See, when you have an organization, you start an organization with the need of getting people to work there as well. This provides chance for employment. And this is where you call, you you make way for employment opportunities. So you can say a start of a business will allow people to work in it. This is called creating employment opportunities. Opportunities. Is that clear? I hope it is. If there is a doubt, please stop me and ask, okay? Next one is employee welfare. Employment opportunities. Okay, that's creating employment. Employee welfare. Welfare is having a balance. What do you call it? Having considering their side of the situation as well. So when you have employee welfare, that means you treat employees properly. You give them a good time. You give them a good work hour, and then you give them a good wage. And then this will lead to employees to be satisfied. When you have employee welfare, that means your business has a lot of workers who like to work in it. You give them a good background and environment to work. And that's called employee welfare. You can say employee welfare is when the business provides the employees a positive and work-friendly environment to work in. This allows employees to be satisfied as well. Okay. So we have come to the end of the objectives of businesses. Is there any doubt so far? Yes, I hope you are following. Is there any doubt? Great. we have two MCQs here. I want you to give the answers for these two. First one is, which of the following best describes the main objective of an organization? What do you think is it? Riyaz? B. So best describes the main objective of an organization to maximize profits, to achieve customer satisfaction, to expand market share, to promote employee well-being. Okay. So if you come here, this is a very tricky one actually. If you come here, you can see that one point here is earning profits. The other one is increasing customer satisfaction. This is earning profits. Here they have to maximize profits. And then to achieve customer satisfaction. There's a bit of a contradiction as to which one is the main objective here. But what do you think is the main objective? Do you still think it's B or do you think it's A? A or B? In this case, the most suitable answer is maximize profits, because we are talking about the rational business. We talk about the normal typical business that we talk about in these the O-level lessons is a profit-making business, and their main intention is to make profits. And there's sub-intention. The second, even though it comes under main, the second intention is to achieve customer satisfaction. Okay, so the first one's answer is A. The second one, what is the purpose of sub-objectives within an organization? To provide hierarchy of goals, to create confusion among employees, to prioritize objectives, to replace the main objectives. What do you think? What do you think is the purpose of sub-objectives? If we come here, what is the reason for having all these three? Riyaz, I want an answer. Riyaz, are you there? Okay, you don't know. So we'll do this thing where we cut off the answers that definitely aren't the correct one. So first one, create confusion among employees, can't happen. We'll cut it off. Okay, because we don't make objectives within an organization to confuse people. To replace the main objective, can't be, because the main objective will always happen. Okay, then we have to provide hierarchy of goals and to prioritize objectives. So when you hierarchy of goals, what does that mean? Hierarchy of goals is when you take certain steps to reach an objective. When you have certain points that you have to reach an objective, which ones do you do first? And then when you come to prioritize objectives, the two objectives, maximizing profits, achieving customer satisfaction. You don't prioritize which one is which one should come first, which one should come second. You don't have to prioritize using the sub-objectives. What you do is you provide a hierarchy of goals. The correct answer is A. Okay. Is that clear? Okay. Then we can move on to the next part. Consumer needs and wants. So consumer needs and wants. What do you think is consumer needs? And why do we need the needs in our life? Yes, Riyaz? What are needs? Standard quality. No, I think you are getting it wrong. Okay, so if I explain needs and wants to you, how about I do this? Give me a second. I had this good lesson that I can show you in YouTube. Why is this not? Wait a second. It's not playing for a reason. Give me a second. Riaz, what's your school, by the way? While I get this sorted, you can. Okay. Give me a few minutes. I'll get this sorted soon. Okay, finally. Can you hear this, Riaz? Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to our today's presentation. Our learning area today is business studies. Our lesson today will be on needs and wants and how they influence our desires. Needs and wants. Businesses make a profit by providing things that people need and want. There is a difference between a need and a want. Desires are goods and services required by human beings. Needs are the desires we have for goods and services that are necessary for survival. Examples of needs: food, shelter, clothes. Characteristics of needs: people cannot live without needs. They must be satisfied fast before needs. They cannot be postponed. They are repetitive. Wants. These are the desires for goods and services which make our lives more comfortable. Examples: mobile phones, radio, television, modern means of transport. Characteristics of wants: they make our lives more comfortable. If we cannot afford, we buy them. They come in variety. Thanks for watching. Kindly remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel Digi Malimu.
Okay. So I hope that gives a pictorial understanding about what needs and wants are. So if we write it, if we give an answer for needs, you can say, as mentioned in the video also, you can say, wait a second. Okay. You can say that needs are the things that are essential for the survival of a human being. These needs have to be satisfied some way or the other. Okay. So primary needs, just like that video mentioned before, there are three primary needs. That's food, shelter, and there's one more. What was the remaining one? Clothing. Yes, clothing. We can say clothing. Secondary needs. There's a bunch of other needs that we have secondary. You can say education, healthcare, right? Communication, entertainment, security. And there's one more. Education, communication, healthcare, entertainment, security, and transportation. These are the modern, new secondary needs. These are things that we cannot survive without. How can you survive without education? You will not learn, you will be begging on the streets, and then you will somehow have to either die from a disease or die from hunger or whatever. Without healthcare, you will die from diseases and you will not have a proper health. You won't be able to survive. Without communication, how can you talk to people? You have to talk to people, right? You have to, even all of these things are interrelated. So if you don't have communication, you can't even tell a person that you're sick. So whatever you want to get done, you have to get it through communication as well. And then entertainment. We as human beings, we can't just keep working and working every day. We also need entertainment. Even I go out for entertainment. You go out for entertainment. We listen to music. We watch movies. Those are entertainment. We go out for parties and those are entertainment. And then security. If you don't have security, security is very important because nowadays you can get robbed, you can get killed. There's cyber security also. You can get blackmailed online. These are actual things. You can get into abuse. You can get into any sort of fight. All of those things are limited. You are sheltered from it through security. And then transportation. You need to get to work, you need to get to school, you need to go for classes, you need to go out, and all of those things. Those things need transportation as well. So those are needs. And when it comes to wants, you can say these are factors that are not essential for survival, but wants are the ways of what? Wants are the ways of satisfying, satisfying the needs that are needed for a human. Is that clear? These factors are not essential for survival. What do you mean essential? Not essential for survival. So if you want to communicate, see, this says wants are the ways of satisfying needs that are needed for a human. Best example, I saw it on that video. So when you want to communicate, you get a phone. But does it have to be an iPhone? It can be a Samsung also. So it's not essential for a survival. You don't need an iPhone to survive, but you can have a Samsung as well. You can have Oppo, you can have Huawei. None of these are essential for survival. It's just you have the choice of choosing between one product and another. Okay. And then when it comes to education, you can choose impact.tutory. You can choose to do local O-level. So you can choose to do Cambridge. You can choose to do Dexel. You can choose which degree you are going to do. You can choose which path you want to study in. You want to study business, you want to study law, bio, whatever. And then transportation, you can choose between bus, tuk, whatever. See, and then you come to the difference. You can differentiate needs and wants through their characteristics. So if we actually talk about the characteristics of needs and wants, there's you can compare them actually. So if you talk about needs, you can say that essential for survival. And then okay, there are, you can say that wants are, sorry, needs cannot be created. They are simple. What else do you have as characteristics of needs? Excuse me, give me a second. Sorry, I'm back. So yeah, they are simple. They cannot be created. They are essential for survival. They are limited. They are limited. And of course, they are common. I say they are. I say they are in the Sorry, I'm trying to see if this can be fitted in. Okay, I'll just leave it like this. So next one is you compare this with wants. Not essential for survival. Next one is can be created. See, it's the complete opposite. They are not simple, they are complex. See, they are not limited, they are unlimited. You can choose between, when you want to drink something, you can choose from water to Coca-Cola to passion fruit juice to guava juice to Sunquick to Kiss to whatever you want. They are unlimited. You have endless possibilities and they are not common because you might like pizza, I might not like pizza. And then they are uncommon. Okay. You can also say they are diverse. Diverse is the word. Any doubts so far? Okay. So we have two more MCQs here. Which following is an example of a want rather than a need? What's the phone here? What's the want here? Sorry. What's the want? If we start eliminating like before, we'll cut off the needs and see. Am I lagging? Yeah, okay. So here we have one want, we have to cut off the needs. So we take the needs first. Food is a need. Shelter is a need. Smartphone. Okay. And clothing is also a need. Means definitely the answer here is smartphones. Second, accurately describe the relationship between needs and wants. Relationship between needs and wants. Let's remove that another correct. Always more important than answer. Okay, very confusing. Needs and wants testable items. We'll leave one. We will go to the second one. Second one is of course needs are essential for survival while Okay. Riyas, what was the last thing you heard? I got a notification saying my internet is unstable and I got disconnected. Okay. The person from the tutor is going to come and fix this. Okay, until then, can you tell me, Riyas, where did I lag out? What was the last thing you heard me explain? Relationship between needs and okay. So first one, we have to, I hope you have the document, so I'm going to continue teaching. The first one is needs are always more important than wants. That of course we are quite not sure about it because it can be important as well. Second one, needs and wants are interchangeable terms. You can't really say that because they are not interchangeable, they have different purposes. Third one is needs are essential for survival while wants are desires. You can really say that because needs actually are essential for survival. Wants are desires on how people want to get the survival, like the essential part done. And then needs and wants are determined by personal preferences. Needs are not, thank you. Thank you. Okay, we got the screen back on. Needs and wants are determined by personal preferences? Of course not, because wants are determined by personal preferences, needs are not. So we can say that even the answer D is wrong. Okay, then very straightforward, yes. Needs are always more important than wants. You can't really say that needs are always more important than wants because needs are projected to the customers as wants. So if there is no wants, there is no way of fulfilling the needs. So you can say that even this one is wrong, and then you can finally come to the answer. Answer C, needs are essential for survival, while wants are desires. Is that clear, yes? Uh, um, excuse me, from the tutory, is my signal really bad? Am I lagging? Getting this notification saying my internet is unstable. Give me a second.
Yasas, is there something wrong?
Yeah.
You can share the screen even you're not the host. I enabled it. Yeah, there's a problem with your connection, can't hear you.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now, yeah.
Yeah. I tried a few different packages, as in like I tried my Wi-Fi and oh God.
Because it's raining, I think the connection is a little unstable. That's why. You switch off your camera and continue because it takes more data for your visual.
How about now?
Yeah, I can
Yes,
hear you.
I think that's why. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Am I audible now? Is it lagging or is it fine? Looks like there's no effect in off in the camera also. Am I at least audible?
Yeah, now it seems like it's okay. So you continue like this.
Okay. I'll not share the screen now, so it's fine. Since I sent the tube to the group, I hope Riaz is having the tube with him today. I'll continue the class for now like this. Okay. Riaz, do you follow? Okay, great. Then we have to move on to the next one. So we found the answer for the second question is part C. And then we can move on to manufacturing businesses. So here we talk about different ways that business can what do you call, conduct their operations into gaining profits. So here you can say that businesses can be categorized into two different types depending on the nature of their product produced. So commodity manufacturing is the first type. Commodity manufacturing is good manufacturing. Commodity means goods, like tangible products. When you manufacture them, you are creating an item and you are selling it. And the other one is service providing business. Service providing businesses are somewhat like impact tutoring. So what happens here is you take a service, you sell it through a business to a customer, and that is called a service providing business. And then if you talk more about these two types, you can say tangible and physically existing things can be called as commodities, whereas the establishment of these produced commodities required for the fulfillment of human needs and wants is called commodity manufacturing business. I hope that's clear. Next one is they produce different types of goods by considering three things. What are these three things? You consider, I actually hope I can share the screen. Tell me as soon as it starts lagging, because without sharing the screen, I can't show where I'm typing. So if it starts lagging, just let me know as soon as possible. So here we are. They produce different goods by considering a few things. We'll say the first one is taste. Okay. The second one is income level of consumers. So what is this consumer taste? Consumer taste means the preference of consumers. So I would like Adidas, you would like Nike. So there's a different taste we have. And then the last one is social status. So things like Benz cars, BMW cars, Rolls Royce and all, normal random people won't buy those. They are bought only by the rich class, the high income class. That's their social status. They won't buy normal houses. They would buy very expensive apartments in the area. They'd have their own bungalows and all, what you call rest houses and all, and stuff like that. So when you talk about examples of these commodities, you can talk about what? Bottled beverages. Those are like Coca-Cola, Fanta and all. And then cars and machinery. And also, what else? Stationery items. Okay. And then if you talk about service providing businesses, you can say any activity or process rendered by consumers by a business in order to fulfill their needs and wants are known as services. See, this is actually a process that's given. In commodity manufacturing, you give the end product. So the operational part in service providing business happens to the consumer. The operational part in commodity manufacturing happens within the business, and then the end product is given to the consumers. So you can say examples: teaching, banking, healthcare, and security. Yes, I hope you don't have doubts. Do you have any doubts so far? Great. Then we can move on to the next part. Factors of production. Businesses require different resources to produce goods and services. These resources required are known as factors of production. So basically what we are saying here is, without these factors, you cannot conduct, you cannot conduct anything in a business, because these are the main sources of conducting a production in a business. So first thing is land. Land, we can call it the the natural resources, all the things by nature that the business has. It doesn't have to be on land. When you say land, you talk about only natural resources. Even if it's a sea, it still comes under the land. So you can say under land, all the natural resources owned by the business. So as an example, what would you give? Give me 2 examples of land as a factor of production. Riyaz, can you give me 2 examples of land as a factor of production? Not industries. Land is all natural resources owned by a business. You have to talk about natural resources. Tell me 2 natural resources that a business can own. Okay, it's fine. I'll continue. So here we say the natural resources, we can say how about forest, we can say a private beach, land. Okay. Next one is labor. If we talk about labor, we can call it the mental and physical contribution in a business. Physical, sorry. So this mental and physical contribution coming from workers and also employees. So you can say physical, of course, you can say factory workers, and then mental efforts, you can say managers. Okay. Yes. So capital is the next one. Capital is all the man-made facilities. human-made things that you can use in a business. Here we can say all the man-made resources. We can say artificial resources that are used in production. Example, being machinery, building, and what else? Furniture. Okay. Those come under capital. Entrepreneurship is actually the role. It's not a thing. It's a role of combining all of these labor, capital, and land together and making one business. The role of combining the different factors. I'm talking about land, labor, capital into one and creating a business. And the process from it. Okay, so these are the 4 factors of production. Is there anything to be clear? Any doubts? Okay. Second one, we have MCQs here. First MCQ we have is, which of the following represents factor of production as land? Raw materials used in manufacturing, money invested in business ventures, physical infrastructure and machinery, natural resources and geographical locations. What do you think comes under land? Can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me? We can we'll leave this. And then next one is money invested in business ventures. Of course, money is a natural factor. Physical infrastructure and machinery. Machines are not natural factors. Natural resources. Okay, that's the best answer. It really has natural resources. So that means we can cut off this also. And the actual answer is answer number 4, B. Next question, which of the following options represent non-renewable resources, which is considered as a factor of production? So these are non-renewable resources. No, there is one renewable resource out of these. And from those, which is considered a factor of production. So we can say that natural gas, skilled labor, of course, skilled labor is not a non-renewable resource. We can remove it. And then, natural gas also you can't. Fertile soil also, when you use it, you can't use it again. So the correct answer is solar energy. Any doubts so far? The other, you can hear me?